bitch.
Yeah. Damn.
All right. Now I can't reach the table. It's fine. It's cool.
I do.
I got you.
Nah, we got you as a team.
I'll reach around for you.
Whoa. Whoa. Thank you.
That's his
Yo.
closing shot.
This is open.
No, this is an opening shot.
right.
I'm sorry, this is your first day on the job?
Actually, hold on one sec. My hands is ashy. I can't be on YouTube.
You
like
cannot
that.
be on YouTube with
Nah.
Ashley.
I can't be the anti-Jeffrey, the reverse Flash.
Good Lord.
His,
Oh, shit.
His sparkling bronze fucking.
I forgot about that.
His
Look,
fucking,
guys, it was next to the lotion. I thought it did the same thing. Apparently
Was
not.
that my episode where you were like super shiny? No.
That was Maryland. Maryland had that shiny bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Because I put that shit on my knee. Because I had my legs out, too. Like, oh, man. My thighs were shiny for YouTube.
Motherfucker had unicorn shins.
Unicorn shins.
Did. Unicorn shins.
Okay. Unicorn shins.
Look,
Back
I
in
feel
this
like I'm
bitch.
getting ready to do a light show from the Plur days.
You're a Glover.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking
just
Plur
start
days
gloving?
all day. That's all good.
He's gonna be like.
Bro, where are those guys?
They're still out
Like,
there.
no, I mean in life, the guys who used to do it, but now they've aged out. Because if an older guy is sitting here
Still
and you're
gloving?
high as fuck and they're gloving in front of you, it's like, I don't think you're
Where's that glove
in the
going?
right age group to be doing this
Wait.
anymore.
Sorry, I missed the
probably
first part
work
of
in
that.
house.
Wait, what?
Rave culture.
Oh,
People would be
yeah.
gloving.
Is that what it's
Usually for
called?
People that are
Yeah.
rolling or
Interesting. Yeah, that shit
Or
was pretty
one
crazy.
of the ones I heard was gloving.
No,
But yeah,
that's
doing
dope.
all of that. I remember one time I was at a kickback, and it was
mesmerizing.
like a pretty good ratio.
Yeah.
And then we were all in a room, and then one of the guys was like, "Oh, I want to do a light show for y'all." And I was like, "Oh, I thought he was gonna do like a light show." And this motherfucker pulled out gloves and started doing some shit.
Oh,
And then when he turned
Stay
the
ready, you
lights
ain't
on,
gotta get
all
ready.
the girls had left the room, and I was like, "I don't want to be here no more."
Wow.
just a light show for you and your homies.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
That's
he just
actually-
killed
The
a-
saddest light show.
he just
It's a light show for
Too
you.
much glove, no love.
Oh no.
and that's how we start the show.
Hells yeah.
That's too much.
Too much glove. Ooh, and not enough love.
Sorry to drip on you, homie.
Okay. Nope, not digging that. So, per Rob's request, we're doing this in Spanish.
Stop referring to my request. You said
per-
my request
per
that
your
we
last
don't lay
email.
down. Oh man.
Per your last email,
Wow.
I had to write this down. Bienvenidos a otro episodio del podcast donde levantamos el telón y te damos un vistazo detrás de cámaras
Whoosh,
de lo
bitch.
que sucede en tu bar y restaurante favorito. Nos gusta llamarlo la
Ooh.
sorry, it's the blending.
Someone's
Perspectiva
not
de la
fluent.
industria.
You don't have like some like ¿Qué onda, motherfuckers? Huzzah, bitches.
For those that don't understand, welcome to another episode of the podcast. We pull back the curtain and give you some insight on what goes on behind the scenes of your favorite bar and restaurant. We like to call that the industry perspective. Sorry, there's times where sometimes I'm speaking Spanish that, like the Mexican Spanish, sometimes blends in with the Puerto Rican Spanish. So some S's are pronounced and some aren't. Some of my R's sound like L's, and that was the one. Perspectiva. I was gonna saying it differently, and my brain just kind of mushed.
Sounds
at
like
that point.
excuses, but it's fine. It's cool. We accept you here. Anywho, moving on with the podcast.
To our Apple and Spotify listeners. Hi. And also to our YouTube and Spotify watchers. What's up, motherfuckers?
Huzzah, bitches.
Beach.
You threw me off earlier. 'cause
You could say
said,
huzzah.
You said mine and yours.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like,
I don't know. I don't know
I was also trying to figure out how I was supposed to say mine. So my brain was working through it, and then you said it, and then you said yours, and I was like, all right, I ain't gotta say shit. And then you threw it back to me, and I was like, nah, motherfucker, you already shot the shot.
So, all right.
That's on you now.
What's a
I'm good.
huzzah in
You could just say huzzah perro, huzzah puta.
huzzah putas?
I like-
Pendejos.
I like perra more. Puta's a little bit more aggressive. Just say
Ooh.
perra.
It does feel aggressive.
Puta.
Anyway, how the fuck have you all been?
The people in the intro are gonna be like, "What the fuck? Wait, am I on the right podcast? Why are they speaking Spanish?
Dude, yeah.
What? Hold on.
No, we're still basking in the energy of Bad Bunny's
Yeah, that's
Desk
Tiny
that
Desk,
just
dude.
released yesterday.
Yes, and basking in the energy of that live podcast we did last week.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
that's what I was
indeed.
saying. How the fuck have y'all been? Because I honestly haven't seen y'all since then. I kind of see you every once in a while, even though we live in the same house.
I'm
Like,
right
our
here, you're right
schedules are
there.
so opposite.
It's like peek at
I'm
each
literally
other.
right here.
Yeah,
You live? Cool.
yeah.
Bet.
That's literally like we do the fall guy checkup.
Oh, shit.
Like when we see each other the next day, like we go like, all right, cool, we're both
You
doing
live?
good.
You live.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, if you don't get a thumbs up, it's like, all right, man, I'll take a seat.
Oh,
Tell me
shit.
your stories.
Let's
Tell me what happened.
walk me through it. Where do we begin?
Show me on the bar top where you were touched and harmed.
Oh, God.
What the
On the bar top.
On the bar top. I just stand over there. I'm like, show me on the bar top.
Oh, Lord.
But yeah, how you guys been, man, since the live show?
I've been pretty good, just working a lot.
Booked and busy.
Booked and busy. I thought you were about to say puta or something again. But booked and busy.
We're not doing it Spanish anymore since you
Oh.
insisted we don't.
Libro and ocupado.
Those are the words, but that's not how you would translate.
Yeah,
that
I don't know what the
sentence.
verb of booked is. Anyway, sorry. I've been pretty good. Just
Pineapple vodka.
is that your safe word?
No, I'm saying that's the way,
the way
it
you
comes
said
off
it.
when he's like, those are the words, but that's not how you say it.
Yeah.
Like, vodka pineapple or pineapple
Pineapple
vodka.
vodka.
Like, all right.
I mean,
All right.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah, I
for
got
sure.
you.
Yeah, we'll mix those in a glass.
Sure.
Busy week.
Which was really hard to deal with. Sorry, but that was really hard to deal with like about 10 years ago when Deep Eddy came out and they came out with all those flavored vodkas and everything. Because people would be like, pineapple vodka, cherry vodka. I'm like, wait, do
Which
you want the
one?
flavored vodka with something else or
Yeah.
do you want it as a shot?
99 bananas and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah, but you were saying. So
Oh yeah, just busy working for the most part. Was trying not to get sick. Got a little sick. That was a little annoying, but coming out of that, yeah, it's just been it's like been revving up in terms of like I think it's getting a little bit warmer outside.
Yeah.
And I think like people are starting to come out. People done paid their taxes or gotten their tax refunds, and so yeah,
Not everybody.
not everybody.
Not everybody.
Oh no, not
Yeah.
I still need to go see the tax man.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, you coming up against the wire, bro.
You know,
Yeah.
play it close to the edge.
All loosey goosey, huh?
Loosey goosey. Let's see.
Nah,
Will we make it?
I wasn't playing with mine. As soon as I saw my W-2 was available,
Yeah.
within maybe 10 days, I was already hitting up my tax guy. I was like,
Nice.
hey, it's me again.
It's hello.
Hello.
It's me.
You're looking for.
You know the words.
I think so, but I don't want to be embarrassed. So continue.
Too late. So I think it was mainly just busy picking up Fridays, Saturdays, or picking up. Sorry, I just got trauma thinking about Friday.
you too?
Huh?
You too?
Yeah, me
Continue.
too. Me too. This is the other Me Too movement. Working the service industry. It's the other Me Too movement.
Sip my tea.
I'll have what they're having.
Lord. No, dude, it was fucking nuts, man. It's fucking Friday, daytime. Never that busy. This manager lady / he or they has been working.
He or they?
He or they.
she?
They have been working managing this shift for, I don't know, let's at least say 3 months. And so you would think they would know kind of like what the flow of this shift is. And they scheduled 7 servers. 7 servers on a Friday day.
How out of how many normally are?
Uh,
Like a 7 out of
Elaborate for the.
what is?
yeah, I'm
normal?
trying to like honestly, with the flow that Friday usually goes with,
Is
we
at
could
least
run with
double
5.
digits.
We could run with like 5 would be
Oh.
a safe number that we could run with. Everyone could get through their breaks at a decent
Okay.
time, an hour. We could set up for the night team. Like if we have 5, they don't even need to be
So
decent
7
servers.
was too much.
7 was too much is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so contextually, 7 was too many servers. Nobody got enough tables. Everybody felt like they were gypped. We had to start phasing within 2.5 hours of like the shift. And like I just like looking at the numbers of like what people were, because I didn't see everybody's like actual like sales, but like as I was the last person that was tipping out like the busser, like they have like the kind of like sign out sheet where like they say like, oh, this is how somebody's, like nobody tipped her out over $20, which means nobody really made, nobody did 2,000 in sales among the servers. And I was there serving from like 12 o'clock to like say 6:15, 6:30. I barely crossed 2K in sales.
Oof.
Over, they're talking like,
Oof.
yeah, so 6 hours. And so, yeah,
That's normally your floor.
usually this is my one floor shift. Yeah.
No, I mean
What do you
like
mean?
like that number is normally.
Oh
your
yeah,
floor,
like I don't consider it a success or like a good shift if I
unless
don't,
you hit
unless
that.
I hit 3K.
3K.
3K is usually
Okay.
where I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. It was a decent shift. It was worth me coming in. I feel like if
Right,
I'm
right,
not,
right.
if I'm at making 2K, if I'm making 2K in sales, I might as well have just given that shift to that section to someone else so they can make a decent amount of money.
Right.
That's kind of like what my thought is.
Right.
It's just like, yo, there's no reason for like a bunch of good servers to be splitting up a small amount of like,
Yes.
like yeah. So it just was, that was annoying. Other just factors were annoying. I also do other things on Friday, so I come in and I receive product for the bar, and it's like I came in, I have to come in an hour and a half before my floor shift starts. So I come in at 10:30, receive, go on lunch at 11:30, then I hit the floor at 12. And hopefully it's busy and worth my time, but it wasn't. But then on top of that, I get there at 10:30 and none of the vendors were actually there. And so like I just was there for an hour until my lunch just doing shit, just had my thumb up my ass basically, because none of the vendors, and as soon as I went on break and was starting to break before I actually hit the floor, that's when all the vendors started like actually delivering all their fucking product. But then of course, because they all delivered all their product and nobody was there to receive it, then some of the product also started spilling out from our hallway into the fucking kitchen.
What
and
the
so,
fuck?
yeah, and because like the vendors don't know how to actually like set up shit so that it can all fit. They're just like, look, there's no more room, I'll just drop it off in the kitchen.
Put it right here.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. If I was a vendor and I had to be
You had
over
to keep on-
here
yeah.
within 10 minutes,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna set this down wherever. the
If
fuck
you
I
guys
can
don't
set it
have
down.
the room
Yeah,
space ready
right.
for me, it just is what
Not
it
my
is.
job.
Yeah, but the thing
Yeah.
is, like, it happens like that because other vendors were late, and then it's just like a trickle down effect kind of
Of
thing.
course.
Yeah.
And so, and then of course now they're all looking like, now the kitchen is looking at me like, yo, why didn't you receive the product? Like, why is it sitting in our kitchen? I'm just like, because of other shit out of my fucking control. You know what I mean? So Friday,
That's that scene from Friday After Next. It was
Yeah.
like, bitch, where were your antennas? And you were like,
yeah,
I was covering the
my
other part of
antennas
the
were
store.
here at
Like,
10:30.
I'm sorry. Don't be sorry.
Yeah.
be
Dog.
careful.
Yeah.
I was being careful.
I did all that I could.
Yeah.
I did. And so, yeah, on top of that, not making any money, not worth my time. I think I definitely didn't go home with $200. And I'm talking about like, because it's slow, I also tend to, I want to make it a good time with people, because it's like, now I can actually be a good server. I'm not like rushing around to like 50 people.
Not
you know what I'm saying?
actually, bro.
No,
Why'd
no.
You have to hit them with the action.
No. I'm a good server, but like when it's slow, I really like take time with my tables, and I'm just like, yo, where you guys coming from? Like, what's going on? Da 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 da. You know what? You guys are cool. Let me get you guys some Bellini tasters. Let me get you guys some more free champagne or whatever. Just like really like chop it up with them. And I was doing that, and these people were like, thank you so much. Cool. nah, I'm not really gonna give you a good tip, but thank you so much. Really, really cool. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate you, fam. No, you don't.
No, yeah.
No, clearly.
So
you don't.
it's just, yeah, and you know, you don't want it to be disheartening because it's not about the money, but it is about the money.
It is
But
about the money.
It is about
It's
the money.
always about
But
that.
like,
Fuck
I
that.
don't want my goodwill toward them to be like an exchange, like a transactional thing.
Right.
But you would hope that the energy I'm pouring out to you clearly does get reciprocated and is noticed and all that. But it is what it is. All I have to say, Friday was a little...
Damn, we're still on Friday.
Dog, this is just my Friday.
I forgot what day of the week we were
Yeah,
on.
dog, this is just my Friday. And so, like, it was one of those, it was a long-ass day because I couldn't actually get to start doing the receive. Oh, well, some people did help me out during the receive so that I didn't actually have to do all of it by myself. But,
Weighs a buck 10
yeah, somebody who weighs a buck 10.
and had to ask other bartenders to help her.
Oh, gosh. Do you want a mic? Like,
Yeah, I
what
was
do you
about
do?
You want a
say.
mic?
Yeah, you keep going. We're gonna have to give
Sorry.
you.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll connect it. We'll connect the mic.
Yes. So other people definitely like helped out so that I didn't have to stay quite as late, and very appreciative of those people, whoever they may be. But yeah, so it
That are
was-
definitely not in the room.
they were definitely not in the room. God forbid. No. But yeah, it was just that just was my Friday. Just doing the good work of the Lord for Joseph and company.
Joseph.
and Co.
Joseph and company.
Joseph and Co.
Yeah, fuck redacted. We're calling it now.
Joseph and
Joseph
company.
and company.
Hey man,
Yeah.
if you
But
need
yeah.
some people to clog up the drains and flood the place, I know a guy. Flood Noah.
Wait, because of Joseph?
Joseph, I thought we were going biblical here.
Yeah, but like those two stories have nothing to do with each other.
You said Joseph, I thought biblical.
Right, but Joseph could have gone to Jesus before Noah.
I'm just
No. I'll ding it. Unding that bell.
Yeah, I don't know where to go for that. That was a straight- Jesus Christ, that was a straight derail.
that was pretty bad. I'm sorry. That was
All right.
I didn't mean to subject you guys to that.
No, it's fine.
So Saturday.
I mean, we've already heard about the longest month of your life in one day.
No, that's just, guys, this is just my weeks. This is just, like, these are my average days over there.
Welcome to the Rob perspective.
These is just my average
This is a
days.
Rob heavy
This is
episode for
the
those
Rob
listening.
rants.
It's a Rob rant. That's what I'm saying.
This is a Rob episode.
This is just my normal. That's just my normal day over there. Saturday was oh man. I have this one coworker. God, I fucking hate her. No, for real. Like are we going we this is a safe space, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we need to I need to find a sound where it's just like when we get
Clear
to
the air.
you. No. Where we get to like your portion of the week. So it's like a segment, you know? It's like, you know how people like, and now to the weather. And then they do like a little theme. And
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah,
It's
blah.
like, Rob, how's
We
it going? Everything sucks.
And now for Rob's week.
It's gonna rain.
Nando, back to you. Thanks, Rob.
Let's see. Saturday was it was pretty good. I hate this one coworker. Why? Cause she lazy as a motherfucker.
God damn.
No, it's just like, hey, we all have been doing this job. We are just now starting to get new bartenders. So like a lot of us have been doing the same job for some of us for years. Most of us at least a few months. And it's just like at a certain point, you know what your job is in terms of like transitioning and just setting up for the night team. And this one coworker, they just do a ticket, like they'll somehow end up on production and they just do tickets, and then if there's no tickets they just kind of like
Oh, man. He knows
just, like,
about
I'll
that
put
shit.
their hand or like their on
They
their
emote.
waist,
They just emote.
They emote.
and they just like look around, and then like mind you, like I'll be doing my thing on wood 2, someone else doing on wood 1, but I'm also like looking for the things to do to set
Do
up for the night,
something.
garnishes,
Please
side
do
plates,
something.
utensils,
For the younger listeners,
Backup.
they're just aura farming.
just what?
Aura farming.
Or farming. Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
And for the pervs out there, they're just starfishing.
Oh God. Yeah. Just starfishing. And so the thing
Lay
is,
there and look pretty.
the frustrating thing
generations.
is when you tell them to do something like, "Hey, can you go do this thing?" They'll do it, but like literally they'll come back and then I'll notice them just like they get back into this position. I'm like, I'll find something else for them. Hey, can you cut serranos? Oh, okay, cool. I'll cut serranos.
Back to
Hey,
emoting.
so can you get side plates?
Simon
okay,
says,
cool.
get side plates.
And it's just like
You got to keep giving them side quests.
you got to keep on giving them side quests, and it's like, bitch, I'm doing my job over here, talking with customers.
You're the
and-
quest giver.
and like all this other type of stuff. I don't want to have to keep on giving you a step-by-step list of things to do. You've done this job so many
you
times.
played through this game many
You've
times.
played through this game.
You've gotten to the end.
You've seen every potential side quest. And I got to keep on pointing the side quest out to you. Hey, do you notice anything missing from this bar? Do you think we need more lemon wedges? Do
Traveler,
think
you
we
should check
need-
the storage.
Dog.
Traveler, you should check the storage.
Let's take it a step further
Yes.
and just say, if you are constantly looking for direction or looking for
No. They aren't
No,
looking.
hold on.
Oh, sorry. Let you land.
Let me
Sorry.
cook. I'm just
Let him
saying,
cook, let him cook.
if you're like waiting for direction, if you're waiting to find out where to go, maybe this isn't a game for you. Maybe this maybe you've played this similar game before, but this game isn't for you. You know, I'm speaking to my gamers out there. Like,
Sure.
if you play games, it doesn't mean you play every game. So just because you bartend or serve or cook or anything else doesn't mean you can do it in every environment. You're not always a good fit for that.
Just because
Yeah.
you play
This isn't your
Skyrim
game.
doesn't mean you can play Elden Ring.
Yeah.
He liked that one.
There you go.
Scrappy
There you
liked
go.
that one.
Yeah. Thank you for finishing that. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was where I was cooking towards.
Oh,
and then
no, I liked it. And then
Your
yeah.
joke was way better, so
Hey,
I
man,
had nowhere else
just-
to go.
I just do the
It was the
spice
alley-oop.
and,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
set it
I
on
just-
fire.
Well, I mean, we've all worked with those people who we look at them and we're like, how did you get
Here.
here? How did you get here? Like,
Here.
why are you on this shift?
And then for
Seriously,
so
why are
long.
you on this shift? Like, why are you standing next to me?
And some
Yeah.
of them you look at like, do you live by yourself? How are you alive?
Oh, God. Yeah, like what's like? How do you function? Like, does someone wake you up and be like, "Now you should brush teeth"?
They're waiting for a prompt.
Yes,
Yeah.
like constantly. They're a sim.
Yeah,
They're literally a sim.
That is
where
so
you're-
weird
I'll
to
take
me.
it. I'll be a little bit more mean and say they don't have a single wrinkle in their brain. Because you look at them like, ooh,
not smooth brain.
oof, polish that shit.
polish that shit. Yikes.
Yeah,
Not a single crevice, crease, or wrinkle.
That is very difficult for me to work with. It's also difficult when you have guests who have the same frame of mind and they say, well, what do you do good? Like, well, if I only do one thing good, I can't work here. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If I only know how to make one cocktail good, like,
Yeah.
I only have one
Yeah.
in my entire bag of tricks. This is the one. How am I here? You know? So,
Yeah.
and why would you even want that? What if that doesn't taste anything like what you want? Which I always say to people, like, what if the one thing I would be good at is so far out of your taste buds that
Yeah.
you don't want anything here and I've ruined your experience?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, it's not about what I do good. What do you want? What's good to you?
The Notebook. What do you
What
want?
do you want?
What do you want?
It's not that simple.
I still haven't seen The Notebook, but I will see.
No,
it.
I won't watch it.
I just know that one scene. It's just like it seems really.
It's a good.
I
it's a
won't
good
watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
All right.
yeah, it's a
It's.
little cheesy.
I know. That's like I'm saving.
When-
I'm saving my first Notebook experience.
Exactly.
You're saving your.
I wasn't
first
worried
I'm
about
saving it. I'm
But I just
totally
needed to
saving
make-
it.
Yeah,
No
I
fucking
know.
yeah.
So you can be
I
like,
was saying that for everyone
That's
else
us.
out there.
That's
like,
that's us.
yes,
Yeah,
dog.
look at us. Look at us. We're on
Like
the
yo,
camera.
I'm
That's
gonna
us.
let I'm
That's
gonna let
totally us.
I'm gonna let someone pop my Notebook cherry.
I'd wait 365 days.
Oh, God.
For you.
I don't like Notebook Cherry.
Notebook
I
donut.
don't like
No.
Notebook.
possibly.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know how to type that out as a sound because I would make that the title of the episode if I knew how to spell it.
Just pop.
One single plop.
We're watching The Notebook after this.
No, we're not.
God.
I watched Talladega Nights. One
Hard
single
left.
plop.
Single plop.
Yeah, that was one of the jokes in the movie.
Thank you, baby Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah, it gave me an opportunity to say.
I like to
it
think of my Jesus
everyone
in a
out there who
tuxedo.
didn't get the joke. What?
I like to think of my Jesus in a tuxedo.
Yeah, because I like my Jeezy, my Jeezy.
Jeezy?
I like them ready to party, baby.
Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah.
You like your Jesus?
And like Jeezy, I'm gonna marry an Asian woman.
You're gonna put on for your city.
And your president is no longer black. Oh, boo.
Arg.
Oh, boo!
Terrible tariffs.
Lambo will be blue though.
Yeah. There you go.
Sunday.
No, still Saturday.
Oh,
Because he triggered me on
fuck.
something. Sorry, he triggered me on something real quick. Because I got into it with a customer.
You crash out on a customer.
I didn't crash out. Like, what's a crash
Popped off.
out?
Fender
Popped off?
bender.
A fender bender, if you
Fender
will.
bender,
Yes,
yeah.
because here's what happened. It's getting busy. And like, yeah, so I'm in the middle of like trying to take care of a bunch of customers, collecting orders. You know when you're going step by step as you're going around, you're just like collecting orders, cool. And I get this one guy, and he doesn't even have a chair, so he's standing. So I'm thinking his order's going to be really quick. Okay, cool. You're going to probably take a drink, and you're going to keep it pushing. And he's like, I get a Modelo Negro. All right, cool. But
Wait,
also,
you let him call you that?
he was also...
Just because you say it twice don't mean you get to call me that.
Yeah, no, he was also...
Not Modelo, nigga.
He was always a...
No.
he was also a
just say
black
Modelo.
jigger.
Just say it once. I'll get you to Modelo.
Oh, God.
Again, this is the Spanish.
But then he also
episode.
wanted a drink, like a cocktail, and he was like, "Man, but I don't know what I want." And I was like, "Okay, all right, cool. Well, tell me what you like." He's like, "Nah, man, I don't really just make me something. Just make me what you like." And I said, "Sir, you don't know me." And then I think for some reason that triggered him. As I was also triggered. So now we just two triggered motherfuckers.
So you got the hammer cocked back and both hands on the trigger.
Oh no, yeah, 1,000%. He was pretty much like, "Hey, look here, man. You know, I got your whole check in my back pocket, and like I just was asking you. I'm trying to be like straight up. I just want you to make a drink. No, I don't even worry about it no more. Don't worry about it no more." I was like, "All right, man." Like at this point, like, bro, you are one of 10 things in my head right now. I'm not gonna argue with you to make your drink. I'm trying to take the time to actually get to your drink order, because I could just make you something just flat out. But I actually took the time to be like, hey, let's try to find the drink that works for you. But like he just got so frustrated with me questioning him. And it just like he just had like a whole shutdown and then triggered moment about it. And I was like, bro, I that's not where this was going. That's not where I'm trying to take it. I'm just in a hurry because I got a lot of shit going on. But I still, even in the middle of that hurry, was trying to sit down and not sit down, but be like, hey, let's find the drink for you. Just because you got my check in your back pocket, I got your favorite drink in my back pocket, but I can't find it if you don't tell me what the fuck drink you like. What liquor do you like? What balance do you like? Do you like citrus? Do you like it sweet? Do you like it booze forward? Do you want a fucking wine? Like any of that. These are just questions I'm trying to ask
Clearly,
you.
he needs you more than you need him.
Yeah, and so like he got triggered. I moved the fuck on, but then the lady next to him that was really cool with me, she started conversating with him and telling him like, yo, he's really cool. He's a really good bartender. And then he comes back later and realizes like, hey man, I'm sorry. I realized what you were trying to do. And then I was like,
You
yeah,
could
man.
not handle your own failure.
Huh?
And where did that lead you?
Back to me.
That's where you just fucking take the soda gun and just spray him.
Like you just
no.
like you got thirsty.
Oh, with Rob, it's always long enough.
Hey-o.
No, yeah, that just was like, oh man, it was such a triggering moment because like it was really tense for a moment. Or he's not backing down, I'm not backing down because I'm just like, bro, I'm not even coming at you. I'm literally trying to help you.
Right.
The tone I may have, or like the I'm not taking like the, okay, well, you know, tell me. Like, it's just like, no, bro, I got a lot of things going on, but I'm trying to find out, like, all right, tell me what you like. Okay, you don't want to tell me what you like. You just want me to make you something. You don't know me. I'm going to make something for you. You're not going to like it.
Help me.
And it just
Help
was like,
me.
yeah. Help me, help you. And yeah, so that was a moment. But eventually we got on the same page and we ended things amicably. Yeah.
Amicably?
No,
I
amicably.
wasn't gonna let him have it.
No, amicably.
You're adding extra.
Amicably.
First you said conversate. Now you're saying
Yeah.
amicably. What?
Amicably. How you want to say it?
Amicably.
Sure, let's go with that.
Converse.
We ended friendly.
And we're gonna move on.
And that's Rob's weekend. Thank you guys for listening
move on and
and
sing.
joining us for that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rob.
I'm hot. You know what's hot?
And Nando with sports. you are radiating that
Oh,
heat.
bro.
I see your ears. Your ears
Yeah,
are red,
bro.
bro.
It was a week.
I see.
But the thing is, like, this is just my week.
The
bro.
windows fogging.
You're
up.
sweating as if you're before a live studio audience. For real.
Yeah. This feels
And
like that.
I just want to take that moment to say thank you again to everyone who showed up to
Yeah.
our live show a couple weeks ago. Can you do the claps for him, please?
Oh,
a little
yeah,
bit?
sorry.
I thought you were going to do it. I'm sorry.
And for those that didn't show up, I hope this weekend is terrible for you because it's Coachella weekend.
Ooh, yeah,
I want to
So-
talk about Coachella weekend.
Let's.
I want to talk
it.
about both Coachella
Wait,
weekend. Let's just talk about April.
Can I start about Coachella weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you that go out to Coachella weekend, whether it's one or both weekends, I don't want to hear none of y'all complain about prices at the bar. Because you
hell no.
paid all that money for those tickets and the overpriced drinks over there. So don't come back saying like, oh, hook it up, make it strong. No, you went to Coachella. You could afford it. You got it, right? You got it like that. Clearly you do. Don't come back with that shit. No, they don't. But should have saved that fucking money. Shouldn't have been both weekends. Or you shouldn't have got to either weekend. Watch it at home. It's going to be on fucking YouTube. You really want to be in the fucking desert? Hot as hell? Fucking with all these fucking... I'm going to watch this shit. I'm going to watch this shit at home with free drinks and food. Who's really the fool? Not me. You.
Yeah. And then you got people who go to both weekends and Stagecoach right after.
Oh, yeah. Stagecoach. Oh, my God.
Right, literally the
It's
weekend
right.
right
Yeah.
after,
Jesus Christ. Fucking April, dude.
which is
No
okay.
offense to any Aprils.
All right. I don't want anyone to come for me on this, but has anyone else noticed that you kind of see the same girls, especially in our industry, that go to all 3 weekends?
Yes. It's a stereotype for a reason. Yeah.
You can't get one by the second weekend of Coachella. You got to find one by Stagecoach, or you're just going to be a fucking thought for the summer.
Yeah. It's like the beginning of thought summer, you know?
The thoughtless summer.
Huh. Okay. That's...
No, I'll double back. Yeah.
I see you. Yeah, okay. I got you. That was a good one.
Sorry, it just came out.
Yeah.
I was just
Don't apologize for your vision.
yeah.
Thoughtless girl summer
Thoughtless girl
Thoughtless
summer.
summer.
Yeah.
as I shake my titties.
Hold on, guys. You guys are being a little misogynistic here. We don't want to.
Oof.
We don't want to be too. Let's talk about the guys. Let's get on the
Yes,
guys here.
Let's go back and talk about the guys.
Let's talk about the guys.
Well, yeah. I'm looking forward to Coachella weekends just because the traffic that I no longer actually have to deal with is going to be lighter.
Yes.
But yes, I'm mostly taking the subway now, so it doesn't really matter. But it is nice to just be in LA where it's a little bit just like less dense.
Yeah.
But I still do want people clearly to come out and frolic in our bars and
I think-
restaurants.
Yeah.
We change quantity for quality as far as patrons go.
Yes.
We do, but it would.
It doesn't make up for what
I
we're
think
losing.
the combination lies within what you were. I believe you were bringing it up earlier, or maybe you brought it up before we went live on the cameras. But people showing up earlier than 11:30
Yeah.
to want to be somewhere because the people who are still in town, they show up at 11:30 and they're like, "Oh, there's no one here." It's like, well, yeah, it's 11:30.
Or on the
the
flip side of
11:30 crowd isn't here.
Or on the
Yeah.
flip side of that is the people that, let's say the crowd does show up and everybody shows up like 11:30, 12 o'clock, lights are on, everybody's hanging around 5, 10 minutes past 2. It's like, hey, take these conversations outside.
Right.
Y'all had from 8 p.m.
Right.
until 2. Y'all
Right.
decided to show up 2 hours, 2.5 hours before we close. That's you guys. Go outside. I'm ready to go. Get the fuck outside. Take these conversations outside. Get her number. You should have got her number. Like, what was that one sample that J. Cole did from that Tupac song? It's like, stop playing because you know they about to cut the lights on. It's like, club don't stop. Fuck. Deja Vu. Deja Vu was a song.
Yeah, I wish I remembered it so I could help you out right now.
Fuck,
but
I know what
My
it
mind
is.
was somewhere else. Not gonna lie.
You know about
But
the
yes,
the
that
lights
is
on,
definitely
stop
something that
playing.
they should
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
They should have.
You should have came in early because
Should've
some
closed
of
by
these girls you're looking for, some of them they do come in when it opens.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to stay till 2:00.
Yeah.
So, like, stop coming to these venues and shits at late, like an hour and a half or 2 hours before it ends, hoping to, I don't know, do whatever your mission is, and then staying 5, 10, 15 minutes and the lights are on, we're cleaning up. It's like, hey, we're literally waiting for you. Don't be mad at me because I'm trying to kick you out. Oh, you want to use the bathroom? No, go, dude. Leave. Go piss outside. Get the fuck out, man. You had all of this time. You saw the lights slowly creeping up. You saw us no longer serving. That should have been your indicator. Let me go piss. Let me get her number. Let me call my Uber. Do that shit outside now. We're locking up.
Yeah,
Go
we're
outside.
closed.
Go outside.
It's not our responsibility to let you stay inside until
Nope.
you're comfortable to go home.
Nope. Go outside.
We're closed. Leave.
Last
Period.
call is not just for finishing your orders, whatever. Last call is literally, hey, get ready to leave. Whatever you need to do it now. Get
Right.
the number. Call your Ubers. Use the bathroom. That's what last call is. Last call is
Find the next spot you want to go.
find the next spot. Don't discuss it now. Like, do that
Yeah.
shit. Nope.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out
Like,
of
what's
here.
still open?
And if the
whose
cheap
house?
spot you go to that doesn't adhere to that, if that's what they do, then go there. But don't go to another spot and say, well, the spot I normally go to, they serve all the way up until 2 and we can stay for 20 minutes. Well, you should have been there.
Well, what does
tonight.
the sign say?
You shouldn't have been here.
We're
What does
here,
Google Maps
yeah.
say you're at? Does it say you're at that spot? What does your
No.
location say? No? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this ain't that.
Have you ever seen me work at that spot?
Yeah.
No, because I want to go home on time
This ain't that.
or as close to that time as possible. You know, but yeah, it's just as far as bringing it back to this weekend, this month, and everything like that. I also want to say to the coworkers who are requesting all that time off, don't come back and then make it seem like you need all the shifts in the world
Oh
to
my
cover your
God.
time off, because
See it already.
I had to cover while you were gone and made no money, probably because everyone liked to leave the same time that you do and no one wants to come out. So don't make it seem like it's my responsibility to give up my shift, now that it's going to be busy whenever busy comes, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, it could be 2 weeks from now or towards the end of May or going into May, and they're like, oh, well, I had a couple of weekends off in April. It's like, okay, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you made enough money. You shouldn't need it.
Don't tell me what my
And,
pockets
yeah,
look like.
Yeah, like, do you know how much I had to drink to get through those shifts? You know how much therapy I had to get through? That's where all that extra money went,
Yeah.
So I just want to say to the coworkers out there too, like, you're part of the problem. If you want to go to Coachella or Stagecoach or any festival, no matter what time of year, plan it ahead. And if
Months and months
if
ahead.
all of you on the same shift want to go, I don't know, man. I don't want to go if everybody wants to go. That's just me.
Real
If
quick,
everyone wants
planning
to go, I
ahead
don't
would
wanna
be saving the money from the holiday. Like, put
Exactly.
that money aside. Stack your bread during the holiday. Put that aside so that way when you come back, you have that cushion. That's just smart. I mean, I'm not one to talk. I'm bad.
No, bro. I told one of my coworkers that last weekend. I was like, not even one of my coworkers. One of my friends. I told them, I was like, because they said like, oh, I had a good weekend or I had a good night or something. I was like, hey, if I was you, I would save some of that money because Coachella's coming up next couple weeks. Stagecoach is after that. Cinco de Mayo, who knows? Like, we're getting ready to hit the slow time. So I was like, yo, if I was you, I'd save some of that money. And he was like, oh shit, I didn't even think of it like that. And I was like, why not, man? We've been in the game the same amount of time, but a lot of times because of this industry and we're so used to getting quick money, we're like, oh, I can spin it and make it back, and that's not always guaranteed.
Yeah.
Sometimes you spend money because you made extra, and you're like, oh, I made extra, so I have extra to spend. It's like, do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to take a little moment back and breathe before you start spending. And if you're taking time off, don't try to make it seem like it's everyone else's responsibility for you to get the shifts that you need to get your schedule back up. You know?
Yeah. I definitely have a coworker. She was pretty smart about it, and I want to say for the last 2, maybe 3 weeks, she has been picking up shifts left and right because she knew she was going to Coachella, and she was just like, I know I need that, have that cushion. And I mean, she don't even like her availability blocks her out of Saturday nights, and she's been picking up the last 2 Saturday nights because she was like, I heard it's money, I gotta come in here and make this money before I go to Coachella, because trying to deal with like recouping that money afterwards
that's the point.
Yeah,
it's just not
trying to recoup. That's where you're. That's where people fuck up.
Trying to recoup is not good. And then also, let's be honest, when you come back from Coachella, most likely your endorphins are going to be a little drained for a couple days.
Not fit for customer service.
Yeah.
All those
You're probably gonna,
MDMAs and Mollies
I'm just saying,
drained your endorphins.
most likely you're going to need
serotonins is shot.
serotonin. That's what I meant.
Endorphins, serotonins, and all that.
Yeah,
shit
you're probably going to
shot.
need a couple days to bounce back.
You should take those days off.
Yeah, don't be coming in around.
Take a
people.
weekend off.
Yeah.
No, that shit.
So yeah, just be smart about it, as you've been saying.
Yeah,
Like,
don't crash out with those shot endorphins and.
Oh, crash out! You know about those recently.
Yeah, you've had a crash out or two.
Yeah, I've had an interesting weekend.
A lot of it.
Well, no, it. Two things. One, this past weekend was pretty dope. We had Vic's birthday party celebration, so shout out to the
Shout out
homie
Vic.
Vic. Happy birthday. Sorry, let me get a round of applause. That's the homie. That's the homie. But yeah, over my interactions with guests and coworkers and peoples, it made me think about something like the word crash out gets thrown out a lot, right?
Does.
And a lot of people like to say, I'm crashing out, this and that. And the definition of it has been loss, because a crash out is basically like throwing everything away for the sole intent or purpose of achieving a goal or something. Like, you have something in mind and that's what you're aiming for, and you will throw everything away for it.
Interesting.
So a lot of you aren't crash outs. You just have anger management issues.
Yes.
I need therapy. You're not a crash out. You just have temperament issues. That's what it is. You're not you're not a crash. Like, real crash outs, they've either done it before and they will no longer do it. And I've seen some shit online was like, that's not, real crash outs will always pop off. No, that's not a crash out.
Yeah.
You just have anger management issues. You don't know how to keep yourself in check. A crash out is just throwing everything away for this goal or purpose, which, speaking from experience, I have done it. I have crashed out once in my life before. It's when we were living together. We were living in Phoenix and working at this Lucky Strike and shit. I was in a relationship and the shit went south, and I was working and this fucking girl broke it off. Like, I was in love, like, thought this was the one. And this former friend of mine sabotaged it out of jealousy. Fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit. And then she sent me this text basically breaking it off, and I was like, what the fuck? This came out of nowhere. I like broke down at work, and I could not function. Like, I literally could not function. I told my manager, I was like, hey, I can't be here. I need to leave. I need to leave. And ended up moving back to that was my crash out. I threw it all away, and for the goals that we had in mind, like, we should have been in LA like 10 years ago.
Word.
But I threw all of that away in hopes of trying to recoup this relationship and save it.
Yeah.
So like, that for me was my crash out in life. So
yeah,
I've been there. I've crashed out. I recognize it. I know what it is. So y'all ain't crash outs. You just have anger management issues and other issues that you need to solve. So
I have thought that before.
have you ever seen?
I just hear that scene from Half Baked. It's like, you ever suck the dick on a crash out? Boo this man. Boo. That's all I heard.
So I guess
you ain't no crash out.
Yeah. Well, no, because like a crash out isn't something you can do consistently. Or
No,
repeat.
Yeah,
it's not,
nah,
because it's
nah,
literally
that's just who you
throwing
are.
It's
everything
like
away.
you
You are
at your
Yeah.
end.
at your, you're like, fuck this. I don't give a fuck. I
Yeah.
need this result to happen, and
Yeah.
I disregard everything else. That is what a crash out is. So I
Yeah.
guess I'm teeing that up to say, like, have you guys ever done it or seen
I've
coworkers
seen it.
crash out? Be like, oh shit,
Abso-fucking-lutely.
they're not clocking in tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna suck.
I've
Yes.
seen so many.
Again, y'all aren't crash outs. You just
I'm
have anger
trying to think.
management
Have
issues.
I ever? No.
I've never crashed out.
I never crash out because
I don't
got,
recommend it.
I got bills to pay.
I
Yeah.
don't recommend it, bro.
But-
Sorry. One more
Yes,
thing.
Go ahead.
I do not recommend it because it's taken me from that point until basically the second year we moved out here to get back to where we were, or I was when I met him, then living together in Phoenix, and then surpass that now. It's taken me almost 10 years to
recoup.
crawl back to get to that point where we were
Right.
ready to move out here and have now surpassed that. So I do not recommend crashing out.
Do not.
I know I joke about it
Yeah.
online, and yeah, you know, I throw my memes out there. It's like the shit that I post, but it's jokes. Don't fucking do it.
Don't
Yeah.
actually.
Don't
crash
do
out.
When
It's
you dig a
jokes.
hole, you have no idea how long it's going to take you to climb out
You
of it.
don't.
So
You
be
don't.
fucking careful.
And I
Yeah.
dug
Like,
myself
seriously.
a really deep fucking hole, and it made me spiral down through like a whole depression. It's a whole thing. I'm not gonna get into it, but basically, don't do it unless
Yeah.
you unless you are prepared to accept the consequences of the crash out.
Yeah.
That is what a crash out is. Sorry,
Yeah.
continue now.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
I don't even remember
That
what
is
I
a
was talking
side
about earlier.
quest
That was for real.
one should not go down.
Yeah.
I don't think
That's failing a side quest and then dealing with the repercussions of certain characters dying, and you're like,
Right,
"Fuck,
and then
that's
fi-
not the ending I
and then-
wanted."
and then finding out you killed them.
Yeah, that's not the ending I wanted. No.
Wait a minute.
My save. Oh shit! It auto saved. Fuck. God damn it.
Question. It's not under that definition. It is not a crash out. But what if you are planning on your final day at your job to do something that looks like a crash out, but you've already planned that you're exiting anyway? So it's not a crash out. Okay, all right.
That's not a crash out. That's a planned stunt.
It's a planned stunt.
Yeah.
So it's like the
Yeah.
the
Controlled
Weasley
demolition.
Yeah, there it is.
Wait, what?
Controlled demolition.
Yes.
controlled demolition.
Ah.
Yeah, because
Perfect.
I go to bed at night dreaming of my last day.
Wow.
And oh God, it's gonna be glorious. I might have a lawsuit after.
It wouldn't be their first one, and it definitely won't be their last.
Nope. But oh man, good Lord. Ah man, it's gonna be great.
Her face says it all. Her face says it all.
Oh, we'll detail it on another Rob's rant.
Yeah.
Another Rob Brett.
Yeah, no, I but the thing is, here's the problem. Here's the issue. I was like,
Shit.
yeah, here's the,
like that's
yeah.
very
Wait.
specific.
Wait.
Here's the
Wait.
issue.
With,
Hold on.
with
This-
the dime.
This is the thing. It's like literally the
Here's
fuck.
my 10 cents.
It's the thing.
It's literally his 10 cents. He's literally got 10 cents in his
You know,
hand.
it's
Yo,
it
let's call it that. Here's my 10
here's
cents.
my 10 cents.
You just gotta hold
Because
a dime.
I'm thinking also about for some reason this reminded me of the fucking Lord of the Rings. Like one does simply not just walk into
through Mordor.
Mordor. No, that's literally where my thought went. But one does simply not fuck over their company without fucking over their coworkers that they like.
Yes.
And that's the problem that I'm trying to
Yes.
figure out. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to strategize
Oh,
because I don't want to fuck over the
because
coworkers.
you can also ruin the relationships with those coworkers.
Yeah.
Because I have coworkers to this day that the only thing that ruined our relationships, as far as us continuing to be friends
Yeah.
and stay in each other's lives in some kind of way, was how they crashed out.
Yeah.
Because of how that crash out affected not only me, but those around all of us. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And it's like it's very difficult for me to still have that same respect for you if your crash out takes my car out with you, because you know this, I can't afford another fucking car, nigga.
Right. I'm still here.
I can't find any other transportation. So why would you sideswipe me on your way out? You knew you were crashing out. I didn't.
Unless you kind of sort of like, man, it's too much strategy. But if like literally the entire team bands together and we all have another job we're about ready to go to, and then we can
That's
crash
the
out
problem.
together.
You got the center. Somebody's gonna snitch.
Yeah.
That's really hard to do. I've seen people try to do that.
And yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if you got to crash out, I don't have a problem with you crashing out. I just have a problem with your crashing out affecting my night.
And it's going to, because the thing is
It
like
doesn't have to, because I have seen controlled crash outs.
control crash outs.
Where
Controlled
motherfuckers
demolitions?
wait until the end of the shift,
Yeah.
and then they crash out. I'm getting my money,
Yeah.
and then I'm crashing out on you. Bitch.
That's selfish.
Like that's not selfish.
Well, as long as it doesn't
No, I'm
affect the
talking about
whole
like
team.
they get their tip out,
Yeah.
and it's the end of the night,
Okay, sorry.
and then they're like,
sorry, I
I'm gonna let you have it, and then you can tell everyone else why I no longer work here tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's different. Like
Misunderstood.
and that's only because I've seen both sides that I'm able to have that opinion.
Yeah.
Had I not seen both sides, maybe I would feel differently. But I've seen people like crash out, even though you could see it coming a mile away, and yet they still do it to where it affects everyone during the shift. And it's like, so why did you come in? I'd rather you have not come in, and at least I can handle that crash out from the beginning of the shift instead of a crash out. And we only got 3 laps to go in the fucking race, bro. Like,
Dog.
come on, man. Like, I'm
Dog.
thinking we're gonna make money, and now your crash out takes out the money, and I still ran the race.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
You do it in the beginning, we can still salvage the race, man. We can still make this work.
Right.
So that selfishness is what gets to me.
Yeah, I do agree with that because like I prefer. I still don't think they're called crash outs at this point, but when
Controlled demolitions.
controlled demolitions. When they happen either at the
Bumper bars.
fender benders, either at the beginning of the shift, so that we can still as a team reset with you excluded and get through the shift, or at the end of the shift, we've gotten through it. Cool. But when you just have it at the end, at the middle of the shift, I think I told this story before. There was a coworker that came in. They were clearly trying to get their shift covered. They had been talking to other people about covering their closing shift. They came in, waited until it was their fucking break, and then during the break said, "Oh, while moving a case of water, I hurt my leg. I have to go." Wait, I'm not going to tell the team that I have to go. I'm just going to tell the manager, "Hey, can you just go ask the rest of the bar team, is it okay if I leave? Because fuck it." I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the
My
full.
neck.
Yeah.
My back.
Yeah.
My neck and my back.
Yeah,
Like,
bro. And
Ezel,
so
that you?
and so it's just like it's a real bitch made move.
Yeah.
Because it's just like people have like you have mental plans for like how much the rest of your shift you have to go. Now everyone else has to stay at least a little bit longer.
Exactly.
And we could have all mentally planned for this, but now we're angry, but now we're still got to deal with guests, all that, because you just want to be a bitch about it.
Yeah. Exactly. That's my point. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I can understand this shit is difficult, and sometimes it's really hard to drive or commute into a place that you hate to be in
Sure.
and have to deal with guests and have to deal with this job takes so much out of you. It really does. And I understand that for people who are just at the end of their rope and they're just, I can't do this anymore. Okay, that's fine. But you can still communicate with your coworkers in the correct way to where whatever it is you're feeling and how you're about to react doesn't negatively affect them in a way that could be avoided. You know, if you know that there's a good chance you might not make it through the shift, come tell me maybe 5 minutes before the crash out happens. You know, like the last major crash out I had happen, my bar manager at the time quit halfway through the shift, but didn't say anything to anybody. Niggas just walked out. And I was just like,
Cool.
bruh, like at least tap me on the shoulder. Let me know, like, hey, I don't know if I can make it through this shift. Because you also were talking to me in the weeks leading up to that night. So I knew that things weren't going well. I know what to expect. I just don't know when to expect it.
Right.
So therefore, I still would have had your back had you not just abandoned me at that moment and abandoned everyone. So that's what I mean by, you know, the selfishness of that moment is I understand there's some things that you just can't sit through the rest of a shift. You can't go through the rest of a shift. You got to get out of there. But some people also abuse that. And there are some people who are in the middle who sometimes just don't make the right decision. And I'm not saying that I'm judging you for not making the right decision. I'm just saying take another moment and breathe and think about how you walking out affects everyone else, and see if maybe you can get through the shift and then leave, because then you'll see people that they have that crash out and then they try to come back in to get their money the next day or a couple days later. And then they try to look at you like they didn't have the crash out that they fucking had.
Like,
I'm
hey, how's it going? You're like, wait a minute, hold on. You just you. Yeah, what do you mean?
We were
Hey, how you
all
doing?
there.
You flipped me off on your way out.
Motherfucker, how are
Yeah.
you doing? What the fuck?
They
Yeah.
called me in an hour and a half early to cover your dumb shit.
Yeah.
The fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, I've
No,
definitely
I've
had that.
the crash out. I think the last crash out I saw was over a group chat.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the
Yeah.
specifics of it, but
No, I
like,
remember that shit. You
that
showed it
shit
to
was
us, yeah.
crazy.
That-
It was on New Year's Eve, and
That was like a mild one for sure.
it was a mild one,
It was a
and
mild one, but it was still.
they didn't even think they were crashing out. I think they thought they were telling a joke, but that joke grew legs and ran their ass out of that fucking job.
Yeah, that's oh.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
It started off as like a sapling of a crash out and grew into.
It definitely. Yeah. It was a bit. He wasn't. He wasn't meaning to throw everything
They
away, but no, it's out there now.
Oh.
He didn't mean to, but like it definitely like kind of became a crash out and, woof, yeah, glorious fashion. We still talk about it.
We're still talking about it now, clearly.
Bro, yeah, that, woof, good
So
Lord.
none of you guys have ever crashed out in your lives.
No.
In life?
No. No, I mean,
Nah.
Based on the parameters that I laid out.
at work, no.
Not at
No,
work,
I've
okay.
definitely never had to. I mean, the closest I had to not even a crash out, but just a walkout was Carlos. When I walked out of Carlos.
Sorry, it's big sidetrack. I just thought about something also that happened over the weekend.
Let's go.
Yeah? Okay. I had to throw somebody out of the bar. I've never thrown somebody out of the bar in my entire bartending career that wasn't intoxicated.
Okay.
Oh, I completely forgot about this. Holy shit. Hell yeah. Okay. So this
Buckle
happened.
up, ladies and gents.
This is my segment. Welcome in to that.
This is your intro.
It is.
Okay.
This happened during Vic's birthday party. This is nothing against or towards Vic. I'm only saying that because one of the people in the story mentioned him. So again, nothing against Vic. You're good, bro. Cool. Just some of the people that claim to know you are pieces of shit or dickheads. All right, so or both. They could be both.
We don't know them personally.
Yeah. Well, all right. So we're doing Vic's party, this and that. And then it got busy. A lot of people fuck
As
with
it
him.
always
A
does.
lot of people fuck with him. They were there for his birthday. They were there for him. A lot of people fuck with him. So that was really dope to see. So it got busy. We were, I don't want to say in the weeds, but the grass was tall. So we had to like navigate through it.
Yeah.
It hadn't been mowed or trimmed in a while. So I hadn't used the bathroom. And at a point I was like, oh shit, I need to go. Like, I need to fucking go. Like, you hit that point, you're like,
Yeah.
I can't ignore it anymore.
Yeah,
It's just like,
Yeah.
hey,
That's just difficult.
incoming,
Yeah.
incoming.
Because it makes it hard to concentrate
Yeah.
on taking
Yeah.
orders
So-
and fulfilling the
And
orders.
you're trying to plan like this
Yep.
gap in space, but
Yeah.
like it just doesn't
It
quite
just it
come.
doesn't happen. So
Yeah.
I was like, told my coworker, I was like, hey, I gotta run to the bathroom. Sorry, I need to go. I was like, about to slip on my own piss here, trying to walk over there.
All right.
Bro, I had to go. So I go through the back and then go to where the bathrooms are on the outside. And I'm just so focused on trying to hold it that I'm just like looking at the bathroom door. Like it was locked. I'm like, all right, somebody's in there. So I'm looking at the bathroom door waiting for somebody to come out. Nothing in my peripherals. I'm just waiting. So somebody comes out. They barely get out the door. I'm in there. Fucking
Yeah.
belt's already almost half done. Like I'm
Yeah.
ready to fucking piss, bro.
Damn near Winnie the Pooh.
And
Get out of my way.
Donald ducking this bitch at that point. So, and as I'm going in, I hear something that sounds like the word bitch or bitch ass. But I had like the fucking earbuds that I had because the earbuds that I
Yeah.
have because
Yeah.
the music's loud. So I didn't pay much attention. I was using the bathroom, in and out, about 45 seconds. And then as I'm coming out, that's including washing my hands. I just had to go. So just I guess I have to say that. So I get out, and then as I'm walking out, I still have the earbuds in, and I hear what sounds like you a bitch for that. That's a bitch ass move or whatever. But as it went in one ear and it was leaving the other ear, and as I was walking, it kind of came back, and I was like, wait a minute. I stopped, and I'm like, this motherfucker just called me a bitch? Like, what? Hold on. Turned back around, spun the block, came back, and I saw this dude like chuckling, laughing at what I assumed was the interaction that just transpired. And I was like, yo, man, did you say something to me? He's like, what? I was like, yeah, did you... It sounded like you called me a bitch or something. Like, what's up? He's like, oh no, that was him. I was like, oh, is that your boy? He's like, yeah, that's my boy. I was like, well, does he have a problem? Like, what happened? Like, something was said? He's like, nah, like this and that, whatever. I was like, oh, because it sounded like one of y'all called me a bitch. So if there's something that's going on here that I need, like what's up? Like, I was basically asking him, like, what was the reason for you calling me a bitch?
What got us here?
Yeah, exactly. And then we were just kind of going a little back and forth. I'm like, well, if you guys have an issue or problem, you guys are more than welcome to leave. Like, you don't have to stay here. You can leave. He's like, nah, I don't have to go nowhere. This is my boy spot. I was like, oh, this your boy spot? I was like, who's your boy? He's like, nah. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's my boy. Like, who's your boy? Because I work here. He's like, my boy is Vic. I was like, oh, your boy's Vic? I was like, well, Vic doesn't own this fucking place. And I work here every fucking night. So if y'all have a problem, you can leave right now if that's what it is. And this, and like, we kind of went back and forth there. And then his homie walks out. This dude's like 5'4" maybe. And I was like, oh, that's the guy. And he walked out. He was like, yo, that was some bitch ass shit you did. You a bitch. And he's just walking past me. And I was like, wait, hold on. Yeah. And he's walking away. I'm like, yo, bro. I was like, yo, come back. Like, what? Like, I wasn't trying to instigate. I was trying to be like, what happened, dude? What did I do?
Right.
To get you to
what you saying fuck me for?
Yeah. I was like, yo, bro, like, come back. Like, what? Yo, hold on. Let's talk about it. Like, what happened? He's like, nah, you a bitch ass for that shit. That's a bitch ass move. I was like, yo, bro, come back. Like, let me talk to you, bro. Nah, you a bitch. He walks inside. I told security, I was like, yo, he's out here. I was like, yo, get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I later found out that I guess he was waiting in line to use the bathroom, and I cut him off. But my whole thing is, if you're getting that hostile over me jumping in front of you to use the bathroom for 45 seconds, you shouldn't be here anyways, because you're a very hostile and aggressive person. So there's no reason for you to be here. But also, in the 3 years that I worked at High Tide, not once has anybody insulted me in that fashion. I've had people get annoyed and get mad at me or whatever, but not call me a bitch or any other slur, derogatory term. Never in those 2 years since I've worked there.
And for context, let's also remind people that at Capicua or at any event that Capicua throws at High Tide is a smaller venue. It is a little bit more compact. It's a little bit more tighter. So everything's very tight. Like, everyone's really on each other. So, you know, for anyone thinking like, oh, well, why did you skip him? It's hard to see who's in line. At those events.
Yeah.
You know
and if you see the
whether
bathroom,
you're working the event or not, and I'm not just trying to take your side. I'm just being for real. There are a lot of times where when I'm at one of those events, that's why I liked when I went to the events last year. I don't get to go to Capicua anymore because I work. But when they moved to the other venue, one of the things I liked was it was easier to get to the bathroom because of the size of the venue. Yeah.
And the bathroom line wasn't melding with the food line.
And that's what I was saying. That's what I was getting to. So thank you. I'm saying, like, if you're there, you can see for context. It's hard to know who's doing what. Yeah. Because sometimes people are in the food line, and then it's like, okay, well, we've taken your order. Here's your, you know, whatever, let's just say your chit or whatever. You can move on, and then people want to stand right there like their order's coming up next. And it's like, no, you're still in line, so step away. So you got those people. You got the people whose order is coming up next who have stepped away, who are coming back. So you have a food line that has two different styles of people trying to stand in the same area. Then you got people trying to go to a bathroom, and the bathrooms are unisex. So you don't know who's in line for what. Mm-hmm. It's just one big melting pot. So again, if you feel like you were in line and someone was cutting you off, literally all you got to do is even before that person tries to go in, just be like,
Hey,
yo,
man,
yo, I was in line.
I'm in
Yo,
line.
yo. And people, especially if you work, it's like, oh, man, my bad. Sorry, I work here. Go ahead. Which then usually means the people who don't work there and they see you say that, they're like, oh, you can go next. Like, you got to get to work. I got to get a drink from you later.
So that was
to have that
yeah.
reaction is very out of place.
That's what I was
just want
gonna-
to say for anyone who's like, what do you mean you cut him off and like you didn't see him? How did you not see him? It's hard to see anyone.
And sometimes we just have our
times.
blinders on. But that was also one of the things. Security came back and told me like, yeah, he was waiting for a minute, this and that, and pleading his case. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool, but like, I was like, he started calling me a bitch and shit, and like, I'm not gonna take that from a stranger.
Yeah.
Between friends, whatever. I don't know you, but you're not gonna insult me at the place where I'm at most of the time. Like, I don't own that place, but like, that's my home.
Yeah.
That's my home. That's where I make my money. That's where I eat. That's where I drink. That's where I shit too. Like, you're not gonna insult me there. And again,
You just
shout
weren't
out to
shitting then because it would have been like at least a minute and 30 seconds.
that was the other thing. If I went in there to take a shit and it
Then-
took me
then you
5
could
to
be
10
upset.
minutes, all right, you know
Yeah.
what? Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
my bad, whatever. That's a whole different story. I was in and out 45 seconds. And big shout out to Brandon because I told him what had happened, told him the whole story. He's like, oh, yeah, get him the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you don't get to be disrespectful. And that's why I
Right.
fuck with Brandon. That's why I fuck with that place. And that's why I feel like I have the authority that I do to get people out of there. I was like, yeah, get him the fuck out of there. Shout out to JR. He literally was like, yo. He grabbed fucking threw his fucking 5'4". This motherfucker looked like a mini OT Genesis. I'm not even kidding. And the funny, so he was out there still talking shit about me. And security, as we were kicking everybody out, I was like, yo, is he still out there? They were like, yeah, he's still out there talking shit. He's like, I'm waiting for that curly hair motherfucker. Yeah, that Patrick Mahomes looking motherfucker. I'm going to beat his ass, this and that. I'm like, oh, you want to beat my ass? This Patrick, I'll throw you like Patrick Mahomes, you little fucking 5'4" small ass motherfucker. Don't play with me. I'll show you why he got 2 championships. Like, the fuck? I'll throw you like Patrick.
Championships.
Sorry, I was. Fuck you.
I mean,
Oh,
sounded
no.
like somebody had something stuffed up their ass.
Shit, dude. That shit really, really blew me because, again, in the 3 years, in the 3 years that I've been there, never have I been insulted like that.
Nah.
And some people will be like, well, it's not a big deal. Like, it's not that it's not a big deal. It's the principle of it. Again, I
Right.
work there day in, day out. We have had a lot of parties, a lot of different interactions. I've had people upset at me for things, but they've never insulted me like that. And you're not going to disrespect me like
Right.
that. Not where I work. No, fuck that.
And where you should.
And where I shit.
Yeah.
Because I shit over there too.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was it. I've never had to throw anybody out before until
I
then.
understand that.
So yeah, and it felt good. Not that I don't want to ever throw people out.
Right.
I don't. I really, really don't. Despite what I say and how I behave
it's
and talk.
counterintuitive to what we do.
Yeah.
The more people we throw out and kick out,
But
the
that's why
less people
that's
come
why I was
back.
trying to reconcile that and be like, yo, man, like, hey, if you would have told me like, no, that was fucked up, I would have like, dude, I'm so sorry. This, that, and the third. Even Brandon was like, well, you work here. You should have priority so you can get back to work. I'm like, exactly.
Right.
So yeah, I should have the right of way.
Right.
But even then, like, he wasn't willing to talk about it. And again, I wasn't trying to escalate or instigate. I from what I gathered in that small frame of 3 minutes was like, okay, I guess I probably did. And then security confirmed that I did
Right.
cut in front of him. So I wanted to be like, yo, my bad, dude. I just really had to go. And
Right.
he insisted on calling me a bitch. So
Right.
he had to go wait outside for his boys.
Well.
So fuck him. Fuck him.
I mean, you get what you deserve in that instance, you
Yeah,
know.
you
Because
get
I
what you
mean,
fucking deserve.
when I'm at work, and it's busy on a Friday or Saturday night or any night, and if I gotta go to the restroom, especially if people recognize me as I'm trying to go to the restroom, they're like, "Oh, nah, man, let's get you back out there so you can get."
And a lot of
You can
people
get back to work, you
in
know what I'm
that
saying?
Yeah.
Capicua space recognize me. A
Right.
lot of them know me because Vic has introduced me. They see me. They basically know me or at least
Right.
recognize who I am. So for one dude to say, "Oh, it's my boy spot," you haven't been here enough.
Nah.
You're not. You're not. You're not. Because you would know who I am
Yeah.
by that point. You've seen that we've had enough parties there where you at least recognize my face, at least the hair, something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people at least familiar
You're
face.
basically saying you can't say this is my boy spot if
You don't know who I
if
am.
you don't know who I am, because
Basically.
anyone who is your boy and they're of note, they definitely know me because
Yeah, because they
you're-
come into the
you're-
bar and they
'cause-
dap.
right because
They
you're,
come into
you're
the
not
bar and they
going
dap
out-
me up. Sorry, it just.
Damn, say it with your chest, bro.
Yeah, I am saying it. Sorry, hold on.
Don't drop that dunk da dun. Don't drop that dunk da
I was
dun.
No,
just saying,
because they
like,
do.
You're not saying you're better than anyone and they
No.
have to come talk to you. It's
No.
just anyone of note. Usually they show up a little earlier, or they get to know people who are there working in the venue, or they're there after everything else is done and they really get to know people. And
Yeah.
that's how we know Vic.
That's
You know
that's
what
how we
I'm
know
saying?
Vic. That's how I know Spaz, Giselle, Byron.
Yeah.
Fucking. I'm probably missing some people, but I know they know me.
Right.
That's how they.
Which is also for anyone who tries to come for you like, oh, you don't know all their names. You also got to remember how many people we meet.
Exactly.
And how many people we have to remember from repeat parties and repeat events.
I don't have to know your name. I can
bro.
recognize your energy though.
Bro,
That's what I can
I have the
recognize.
people who do the Cumbia night at my event, at my venue, and they're only there twice a month. And up until now, I just got to the point where I learned 75% of their names. And that was as of this Sunday. And I've seen those people so many times. But it takes time to remember names. It takes memories. And
Yeah.
I remember their names, unfortunately, because the last time they had a Cumbia night, someone else there was being a piece of shit, and we had to kick them out. You know, actually, I didn't kick anybody out. I stayed behind the bar where it's safe. I let my management handle that. That's what they get paid for. You see
I'm
this
just saying,
face? I don't break up fights no more.
I didn't want to throw him
Money
out.
maker, baby.
I didn't want to throw him out, but I knew it would make for a great story.
Yeah, yeah.
So little
Did it for the content.
OT
Did it for the
Genesis
content.
Jr. man. I hope you stay mad. And I remember what he looks like.
Did he have a red jacket on?
No. Wait, what do you mean red jacket? Oh no, he was no.
I was gonna say because it sounds a lot like the same.
His boy had the red jacket.
His boy was the one who's trying to get on my girl.
His boy was the one. Oh shit! Oh yeah. His
Yeah.
boy was the short motherfucker with the fucking white t-shirt. He looked like a mini OT Genesis. I'm not even kidding you.
Damn.
No shade to OT Genesis, but
That's fucking
yeah.
funny as shit.
Good old,
So yeah, and I remember what he looks like, so I'll remember his face next
good
time.
old OT
And I'm at-
cast.
You got
Only the
bell.
gamers are gonna get that.
OT Game Gear.
No. Oh,
Game
game.
Gear. Ooh, Game Gear.
Damn.
Wow.
Even better.
I remember that.
I like
Game
that.
Gear.
I
Game
like
Gear.
that.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. You shall be dinged.
I was a gamer for a hot spell.
Come on back,
OT
bro.
Game.
Come back.
We have plenty of room for you.
Yeah.
But I remember what he looks like.
Democracy needs you.
And if he comes back, I'll be sure to ask him about if it was worth it.
He'll be all right.
He'll be all right. Or maybe I'll just tell security not to let him in. I don't, depending on how I'm
Oh,
feeling that
Yeah,
day.
he'll be all right.
Yeah.
He'll be all right.
Again,
He'll be all right.
I want everybody to have a good time, but don't insult me. Again, as I stated many times before, we as bartenders, especially at venues that we work at, we dictate. We are the most important people there because I will dictate whether you have a good night or a bad night, whether I continue to serve you alcohol, stop serving you, or kick you out. So don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Don't insult me. Don't, because he got right up out of there. Security threw him out. That's it. That's the end of your night, buddy. Bye-bye. Next place. Go. Shoo. You're not here no more.
I've started to enjoy making
Don't go to
connections
Shoo Shoo.
at the
You
bar.
ain't invited me.
not that shoo.
But I like making those connections at bars now when, like, not all the time, but, like, you know, when the guy spots the girl and then he sends the drink over and then like, you just kind of, you see them kind of like, I don't know, should I go over there now or should I wait? When then the girls are waiting, it's like, is he going to come over or not? It's like literally just watching like a little rom-com play out in front of you, only it's a really ratchet rom-com. Because there's always at least one Casamigos Reposado strawberry lemon drop with tahini rim involved. But it's fine. It's cool. But, like, it's a nice little meet cute that goes on in front of you, and you just kind of facilitate it. a meet cute. It's a thing that happens it's a rom-com thing or like just a story writing thing. And if you're writing a story,
It's a writing prompt.
yeah, and basically like at a certain point, a meet cute is when like the guy and the girl that we're all going to eventually root for meet, and it's cute, and you're just like, oh, that's the people that we're going to root for. In story writing, it's just called a meet cute. But it's just kind of, I don't know. Maybe it's the romantic in me, but I like facilitating.
Let's make April the meet cute month.
The
for
meet
people
cute
who
month.
couldn't afford to go to Coachella or Stagecoach.
This
Yeah.
is the time.
Yeah.
This is the time.
This is the
Yeah.
time.
This is the time. Come out to
Couldn't afford a rave bay. Come find a happy hour hoe.
happy hour ho. Happy hour ho.
You know, you reach for that. Give him that one. He
H-
he fought for that one.
I wanted something else
No,
with
no, no.
alliteration, and I couldn't find it.
no. Ray Bay,
Ah,
happy
I
hour.
wanted
HQ.
something better.
Happy
I
hour,
wanted
honey.
something- Happy hour honey.
Happy
Thank
hour,
you.
honey.
Yes.
Do
No,
girls
no,
get
that
called
sounds
honey
better.
anymore? What
That
do you
sounds so
call-
much better, and it's way more for what I was going for.
Yeah.
It's just the alliteration just
Or-
it just happened.
or-
but a happy hour honey sounds so much better.
If you're not
And
looking for a
yes,
relationship and you want to
yes.
make friends, happy hour homies. You
Happy
know?
hour homies as well.
Or for those that don't have any identifying genders, happy hour homie. I guess I don't know.
I don't know why I went for a host.
Speaking of April and all that shit and Coachella, whatever.
I went for a host so quick.
It
It's
was right there.
Bro, I just
guys, today was a great fucking day. The
Okay.
weather, we got that consistent 75 to 80 degree weather. That's that we outside weather now.
I feel like you're setting something up.
I'm really not. I'm really not. I'm just glad
I've
that I was
never
able to
seen
go
you
into the
smile
pool
so
today.
hard. Yeah.
It's the first time I've been in the pool since fucking summer, I guess. So that's the indicator for me that it's the outside weather.
And I love that other people in
Yeah.
this country are still dealing with snow while you say that. You're like, oh, I got to get in the pool today.
Jeez,
So,
jeez.
I got to, yeah. It's the start. Today is the start. Even though we have a few days next week that are like, but
Yeah,
it's that weather.
it's about that time.
It's that weather.
yeah, I hope that brings
Spring to
people out.
summer. That's yeah.
I hope it brings people out.
Birds are
Uh,
chirping,
especially
squirrels
if they-
humping. It's that weather.
Jesus. All right. I can't say
All
much
right.
after I said happy hour hoe.
Yo, you're kind of
That's it. I just wanted to. This is the official announcement that is here.
Wait, are you?
We outside.
Are you? No, that's what I'm saying. Are you
We
part
outside.
of? You part of the We Outside crew?
I am outdoors. I'm not outside. I'm outdoors. That's.
I think you want to be part of the We Outside committee.
Nah, but I would like to step outside. Out of.
He'd
Out-
like to stay in the VIP section of outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like to observe. I don't want to be outside, but I want to be outdoors.
Yeah, the VIP
I
section.
want to be in the great outdoors. That's
The great outdoors.
the great
We outdoors.
We outdoors. We outdoors with
It
it.
doesn't have the same.
That's the whole intent of it.
Yeah.
I don't want it to have the same ring.
Cool. We outdoors.
It's different. It's different
Yeah, no.
because you know the We Outside crowd.
What are you clinking to with
You
the
know-
We Outdoors? Is that just like
I
a
think-
mug?
I think we should
It's
workshop
it's
that
not
for a
it's
while.
the
Yeah.
we are
Yeah. And
outdoors.
And maybe get some of our mugs in hand and
Ooh.
maybe see if the sound works.
Wait,
So
do we have mugs?
We will very soon.
Ooh.
I know we have hinted at this.
I want to
or
reiterate.
talked about it a couple times. We just wanted to get everything in hand first, so we
Oh.
apologize and appreciate everyone for being patient for the merch coming out. But we want to do it right. We don't want to just slap a logo and some words on some shit and say, "Hey, go buy it."
Yes, sir.
I want to reiterate. We Outside is clinked with shot glasses. We're outdoors is with champagne flutes. That's the difference.
That's not outdoors. We at brunch.
We had brunch, bro.
That's we at
Okay,
brunch.
well then fucking I don't fucking know,
Outdoors
man.
is-
Mugs, like we
mugs,
were saying.
yeah.
It would have been fine until you said something. You know what?
Would have been fine until you said something.
We
done
out
with you guys.
brunch.
I'm done with you guys.
We out brunching.
Oh shit.
I'm
That
done with you
that
guys.
Yeah. All right. I'm working on it.
Honestly,
I think we
though,
need to change the shot glasses a little bit.
oh yeah. God,
Okay.
it still got the
Oh, that was
force.
a nice little even exchange.
Well, to commemorate the we're outside.
I'm not part of We Outside.
Oh,
I'm
you
looking
will
at you
be.
niggas from
Nah,
indoors.
Nah, you will be.
I got my binoculars on.
I'm gonna drag you kicking and screaming. I don't give a fuck.
Pause.
You coming outside with me.
Okay.
Ain't no pause. Coming outside with me.
Resume.
Like the great Bad Bunny said, salí con coquería, que viva la putería.
You call me a puta again?
I did not.
Oh my God. Not on national TV.
Salí con coquería, que viva la putería.
You call me the life of a puta?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Stop using Duolingo, bro. Stop using Duolingo.
I heard viva and I heard putaria.
Que viva la putería. That means like it loosely it
Oh, what do
loosely
you mean? Ooh,
translates-
don't be stuttering now,
It loosely
motherfucker.
translates to like, you know,
Say what again?
que viva la putería means like, you know, like I guess long live the ratchetness would be the literal translation.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, Bad Bunny got some bars.
That's what I wasn't calling you a bitch.
All I heard was
Viva
life
la putería.
and puta.
Viva la anyways.
It's not like you cut him off at the bathroom.
I know, right?
Like and subscribe. And until next time, cheers to the
Cheers to the
staff.
staff.
Or because it's Rob's Spanish episode. Salud pa persona.
¿Qué onda?
Salud pa persona. Cheers to the staff.